Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for game number 9 of the South Dakota American Legion State Class A Senior Baseball Tournament here on KYNTV. This was supposed to be the first game of the day, but Mother Nature said that Brookings and Renner had to finish this morning after that game was originally scheduled to happen last night. Rained out after the top half of the second inning. They finished things up. In that game, it was Renner taking the 1-0 victory over Brookings post 74. The game in front of us here is a matchup that a lot of people expected to see at some point, but I doubt they expected it this early on Thursday, and definitely not on Championship Saturday. The number 1 team in the tournament, Harrisburg Gold, post 45 against the number 2 seed in the tournament, Rapid City post 22, in an elimination game. One of these top 2 seeds will not move on. They will get on the bus and go back home tonight here on KYNTV. The other one keeps dancing on. They will face, the winner of this game would face the loser of game 11, which will happen at 7 p.m. tonight between Watertown post 17 and Renner post 307. And I think that is a great way to lead into our bracket review, brought to you by Hampton Inn & Suites by Hilton. It's located next to I-29, a mile from Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium and the South Dakota State University campus. It's a 2-minute drive to conventions and events at the Dakota Bank Center, and you can start your day with the free hot breakfast, work from your room with free Wi-Fi, and relax in the indoor pool. It's all at the Hampton Inn & Suites by Hilton in Brookings, the official state tournament hotel partner. We've had one game so far today. That was the finish of Renner post 307 against Brookings post 74. Renner took a 1-0 victory in that one, scoring a run late there in that one to sneak away with the win. Your schedule for today in the bracket, we have Rapid City post 22 against Harrisburg Gold. The winner moves on to the 4 p.m. game tomorrow. The loser goes home. The other elimination game today, Brandon Valley post 131 against Brookings post 74 at 4 p.m. Winner goes on to game 13, which would be at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. That would be against the winner of Watertown post 17 and Renner post 307, which will happen at 7 p.m. this evening. 3 games today, 3 games left today out of what ended up being 4 total, with the continuation of Renner against Brookings, 2 tomorrow, and potentially 2 on Saturday. We're getting down to the end of the line. We are going to crown a state champion here in a couple of days, and every single game of this tournament, as it has been and as it will continue to be, rain or shine, that is for sure. We'll be right here on KYNTV. I am Brayden Butler, if I have not said that already. Thank you for joining me for this Rapid City Post 22 matchup with Harrisburg Gold. The 1 seed in Harrisburg Gold against the 2 seed, the Hard Hats of Post 22. They're announcing the starting lineups down on the field. We're going to go over them as well. We'll start with the road team on the scoreboard. That is Rapid City Post 22. Batting leadoff will be number 10, Aiden Roberts, playing third base. Batting second will be Jace Morgan, the designated hitter. Batting third, Harrison Good, the center fielder. Batting fourth, the cleanup man, Alex Dietrich, playing first base. Hayden Hollick will play second base and bat fifth. Aaron Roach is one of the corner outfielders. He's out and right, batting sixth. The other corner outfielder is Tate Crossweight, playing left, batting seventh. Philip Bentz will be behind the dish for Post 22, playing catcher and batting eighth. And Dawson Inhofer playing shortstop, batting ninth. Rounding out the order, Jared Moreno will be the starter on the mound for the Hard Hats. Across the way for Harrisburg Post 45 Gold, Jack Riley bats leadoff and plays first base. Max Carlson bats second, playing catcher. Maddox Shear bats third, playing shortstop. Tegan Muntz bats fourth, the cleanup hitter, playing left field. Eli Kokenge, the designated hitter, bats fifth. Noah Boucher bats sixth, playing third base. Palmer Boyd bats seventh, playing right field. Cohen Cook bats eighth, playing center field. Number 8 bats eighth and plays the eighth position in the outfield. And Carter Gronseth rounds out the order, batting ninth, playing second base. Braxton Kusler will be on the mound as the pitcher. They're just finished up announcing the starting lineups, and now they're going to the umpires here. And I believe we're going to get our reading of the American Legion Creed. So we're going to go to that now down on the field.
Hats for the reading of the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship. It is our honor to welcome the commander of the American Legion Department of South Dakota, Mr. Kevin Morello.
Thank you for that introduction. Congratulations, guys, for being here. And I want to thank you all for participating in this program. I especially want to thank the parents, the coaches, and all the staff that made this happen. I'm about to read the Code of Sportsmanship. I will keep the rules, keep faith with my teammates, keep my temper, keep myself fit, keep a stout heart in defeat, keep my pride under in victory, keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Good luck, guys.
Welcome back in here. That was the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship here for both these teams. We read before, I believe, every game so far, not counting the continuation of the game this morning. We just picked that one up in the bottom of the second inning. Harrisburg Gold, post 45, the top overall seed is the home team on the scoreboard. They were out in the field. Rapid City post 22 will bat first. Your 3-batter minimum for the Hard Hats of post 22 in this one. Aiden Roberts leading off, followed by Jace Morgan and Harrison Good. We'll go over how they line up in the field one more time for post 45 Gold. In left, it'll be Tegan Muntz. In center, it'll be Cohen Cook. And in right, Palmer Boyd. Around the horn, inside the diamond, Noah Boucher at third. Shortstop, Maddox Shear. Second baseman will be Carter Gronseth. And first base is Jack Riley. Your battery today, Braxton Kusler on the mound and Max Carlson behind the plate. Kusler will not hit for himself, so the designated hitter for Harrisburg Gold is Eli Kokenge. This has been a interesting tournament so far. Harrisburg post 45 defeated Brandon Valley 2-0 in their opening game, and then they were defeated by Watertown last night 3-2. That was in the 4 p.m. game. That was the last full game played before the rain came. As for Rapid City post 22, they were upset in game 1, the final game of day 1, 5-2 by Brookings post 74. The Bandits out of post 74 for Brookings. They had a battle back through the consolation bracket, and in their first game of the consolation bracket, they eliminated Yankton post 12, 9-2. There have been 2 teams eliminated so far. We'll have a third after this game. The 2 teams that are currently out of the tournament, Yankton post 12 and Sioux Falls post 15 East. One of these 2 teams, one of the top 2 overall seeds, will be the third team eliminated from the South Dakota American Legion State Class A baseball tournament here on KYNTV. Aiden Roberts has his first crack to make sure it's not post 22 as he's coming up to the plate. Jace Morgan on deck, and Harrison Good in the hole. Left-handed thrower, Braxton Kusler. Goes through his windup, wheels and deals. This one popped up out of play, and that's how we get things rolling here. First pitch is a foul ball and I want to say souvenir, but you return it to the concession stand, you get a free bag of popcorn or 50 cents. That one high and away for a ball. It's a 1-1 count now to Roberts. It's our first look at Kusler in this tournament. No pitchers have reappeared so far. It's only day 3 of the tournament. Kusler pops this one up, out of play again. So 1 ball and 2 foul balls so far for this one, making a 1-2 count to Roberts. Roberts got out to a hot start in yesterday's elimination game against post 22. But it's going to be the opposite there as he swings through it for strike 3. Braxton Kusler sets him down swinging for the first out of the inning. That brings up Jace Morgan.
Number 22 designated hitter, Jace Morgan.
Jace Morgan yesterday against post 12 out of Yankton. Had a couple singles, an RBI, and a run scored. Takes that one for ball 1 from Kusler. Kusler winds up, a left-handed thrower. That's back into the net, out of play. Makes the count go 1-1. First lefty-lefty matchup of the day with the left-handed hitter Morgan and the left-handed thrower Kusler. That was Harrison Good who came out of the on-deck circle to pick up that foul ball. Flips it back to the umpire. We're ready to go. The 1-1 on its way home. Loaded up but didn't start his swing. And it's a 2-1 count after the ball. 2-1. Fouled back in the net again. A lot of foul balls so far. Post 22 is getting the aluminum, composite material, whatever you want to call it in these bats. They're getting that to the baseball. But it's not going to the field of play quite yet. 2-2 now to Morgan. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back punch-outs start things here for Braxton Kusler in post 45 out of Harrisburg. We'll see if Harrison Good can break the chain.
Center fielder number 14, Harrison Good.
We'll call him Fleetwood Mac if he does. He steps up into the right-handed batter's box. Back-to-back punch-outs to start things here for Braxton Kusler. Takes the first pitch high for ball one, does good. Alex Dietrich is on deck with Hayden Hollick in the hole. This one on the ground, left side, that's a base hit. Gets under the glove of the third baseman, and that'll be a single. The first hit of the game for Harrison Good and post 22. Two-out single puts a runner on. Noah Boucher almost had that one at third base. He went diving for it to his left.
First baseman number 27, Alex Dietrich.
Brings Alex Dietrich to the dish. First pitch, he takes it for strike one. Dietrich yesterday against Yankton had a pair of singles and an RBI. End of the day, 2 for 4. Throw over to first, not there in time. Not even having to slide back in is Harrison Good. Dietrich, this one on the ground. Slow roller to the second baseman. He's got to charge it up with it. Over in time. A 4-3 putout is how we end inning number 1. The top half for Harrisburg, for Rapid City, post 22. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, no runner. 1 runner gets left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. This is the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Baseball Tournament on KYNTV. 0-0 your score. We're back after this.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
Welcome back in here, KYNTV. Jaden Moreno gets the start on the mound for Rapid City post 22. We'll see him go to work here in just a couple moments. Leading off this inning for Harrisburg post 45, Jack Riley, the leadoff hitter. He'll be followed by the catcher, Max Carlson, and the shortstop, Maddox Shear. That is your 3-batter minimum for post 45 gold out of Harrisburg. We got a 0-0 ball game. Post 22 put a runner on with a single from Harrison Good in the top half of this inning. But a ground out from Alex Dietrich ended it, as well as 2 strikeouts by Braxton Kusler on the mound for post 45. Moreno go through a couple last stretches there.
Number 10, first baseman Jack Riley.
Jack Riley leading off. Moreno kicks and deals. This one, hard shot over the third base bag, and that'll be in for a base hit. Riley gonna make the turn. Outfielder just picked up the ball. He's not gonna get it in time. A leadoff double for Jack Riley, getting the party started for post 45. Runner immediately in scoring position with nobody down. First pitch that he saw sent it down the left field line for the double. Jack Riley stands on second base with Max Carlson coming to the dish.
Number 13, catcher Max Carlson.
These are a couple teams that have been upset in this tournament already. Post 22 by the number 7 seed Brookings, post 74, and Harrisburg Gold yesterday by the number 5 seed Watertown, post 17 in extra innings. That one went 11. A long game for Harrisburg. That one missed for a ball. The first pitch to Carlson makes it a 1-0 count. Moreno and post 22 and some sky blue, baby blue jerseys with red numbers and letters and white trim. That one's in there for a strike. And of course, their hard hats. Maroon jerseys with gold numbers. Big letters, says Berg on the front of them for Harrisburg, post 45. The 1-1 from Moreno. On its way now after taking a deep breath. That one was close, trying to bend it in, but he doesn't get the call. It's a 2-1 count now. Moreno set for the 2-1. Checks the runner at second, fires home quick. That one goes off the shin guard of Carlson, and he's going to take first base. The runner was taking off for third, but he'll be forced to head back after the hit by pitch. Puts runners on first and second, though, with nobody out for post 45, and that brings up Maddox Shear. Shear yesterday against Watertown had a single, into the game 1 for 5, and that was a long game.
Shortstop number 17, Maddox Shear.
On 11 innings yesterday between Harrisburg post 45 Gold and Watertown post 17. Usual is 7. That one misses inside, almost clipping him. Is the pitch from Moreno. It's a 1-0 count to Shear. Tegan Muntz on deck. Eli Kokenge in the hole. Nobody out in the inning. 2 runners on. They're on first and second. It's Riley on second. Carlson on first. Moreno set for the 1-0. Checks the runner at second. Sneaks another peek as he starts his kick and fires home. This one on the ground. It's a double play ball to the shortstop. 6-4. Not in time at first, so it's just a 6-4 fielder's choice. Runners at the corners. Post 22 was able to get Max Carlson at second. Jack Riley advances to third, so now the go-ahead run 90 feet away. The first run of the game here in the bottom of the first. We'll see if Tegan Muntz could bring him home. Eli Kokenge on deck. Noah Boucher in the hole. First pitch to Muntz, gets a piece of it. Fouled back. Muntz stepping back into the box before Moreno's even back on the rubber. Got an offset stance here for Muntz. Throw over to first, not there in time. Good pickoff attempt, but just getting back in there safely at first is Maddox Shear. Moreno comes set for the 0-1 to Muntz. Checks first, checks third. Fires home, runner takes off, it's a hit and run. This one on the ground to the shortstop, in and out of the glove of the shortstop. Runner takes the turn at second, heading to third. 1 run comes home. Tegan Muntz has brought in a run. Jack Riley comes across to score, and Maddox Shear scoots all the way from first to third to put them back runners at the corners. That was a hard hit ground ball from Muntz. Tough play at shortstop for Inhofer. They rule it a hit as well. So an RBI single for Tegan Muntz brings up Eli Kokenge. 1 down in the inning. Harrisburg post 45 leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Runners still at the corners. Kokenge trying to avoid the double play ball. Moreno trying to force it. Kokenge will avoid the double play ball. This is high, deep to the left field fence, and gone. Eli Kokenge puts that one out to pasture. The first home run of the tournament is a 3-run bomb over the left field fence. 4-0. Harrisburg leads. Bottom of inning number 1. Tegan Muntz comes around to score, as does Maddox Shear. Post 45 Gold is flexing their muscle. Undefeated in Class A play in the regular season, 18-0. Coming off of a hard-fought loss to Watertown Post 17 yesterday. And Eli Kokenge says, let me at it. Got a quick visit on the mound here. Jaden Moreno talking to Phillip Bentz, as well as other members of the coaching staff here for Post 22. After all that excitement, still only one down in the inning with a 4-0 lead here for Harrisburg. Speaking of coaching staffs, Rapid City Post 22's coaching staff, their head manager, Kelvin Torvey, is assisted by Nick Ewing and Nick Kindred. Noah Boucher to the plate. Moreno, first pitch in there for a strike after the home run. Second pitch in there as well, back-to-back strikes. Moreno trying to settle back in after that 3-run shot from Kokenge. Oh-2, chop towards the shortstop. Inhofer up with it, fires over, got to get there in time. Close play at first, but it is in there for the out. 6-3 put out gets Boucher, and that brings up Palmer Boyd. Boyd, the right fielder here for Post 45. Didn't record a hit in yesterday's loss to Watertown. That puts Cohen Cook on deck and Carter Gronseth in the hole. 2 down in the inning. That one behind Palmer Boyd. Cohen Cook goes to pick up the foul ball, and we keep things rolling. That one's in there for a strike. It's a 1-1 count now to Boyd after that strike from Moreno. 2 down in the inning. Moreno trying to work out. That one low, trying to get him to chase. Doesn't get one. Count goes 2-1 now to Boyd. That one misses the zone as well. It's 3-1 count now to Palmer Boyd. Looking to draw a walk here. The 3-1 from Moreno. On the ground, right side of the infield. Scooped up by the second baseman. And a 4-3 put out will end the first inning of play, but not before damage is done. 4 runs come across in the bottom of inning number 1. 3 of them on a 3-run shot over the left field fence. The first home run of the tournament for Eli Kokenge and Harrisburg Gold. 4-0 they lead. We head to the top of the second. This is the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Baseball Tournament on KYNTV. 4-0 Harrisburg leads. We're back after this.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To fix my fixer-upper.
To be done renting.
To make more room.
If a great home is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust can help you navigate buying, building, or remodeling with local mortgage experts who make it easy.
To give Hazel a big backyard.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes home buying easier at bankeasy.com.
Hayden Hollick will lead things off here for Post 22. They trail 4-0 after a 4-run bottom half of inning number 1 for Harrisburg Post 45 Gold. Braxton Kusler back on the mound. Had a couple strikeouts in the first inning. Gets a foul tip from Hollick here to lead things off. It's Hollick, it's Aaron Roach, and Tate Crosswaite, your 3-batter minimum for Rapid City Post 22, the Hard Hats. 4 runs on 3 hits. No runs on 1 hit. So 2 sides of the scoreboard here for Harrisburg and Post 22 out of Rapid City. No errors yet in this game either. That one's in there for strike 2. It's an 0-2 count. Quickly in the hole is Hayden Hollick. Try to battle out of it here. The 0-2. Try to get him to chase. Good discipline at the plate. Makes it 1-2 count now from Kusler. One-two, up and out of play. That's going to be 50 cents or a bag of popcorn for somebody. Count remains 1-2 here to Hollick. Hollick had a run scored, a hit, and an RBI in yesterday's game. That one makes the count 2-2. That was nice there. That foul ball was so close to our microphone. Not that it was close to our microphone being nice, but it was so close to our microphone when someone ran up to it, you could hear the cleats on the turf. Took me a second to realize what I was listening to. It's a 3-2 count now. That one misses outside for a ball. Count goes full. We'll get a payoff pitch here to Hollick. Kusler misses high for a ball. Hollick, the second base runner of the game for Post 22, the first of this inning. He's on first with a walk. Aaron Roach now to the plate. Tate Crosswaite to the on-deck circle. Talked about Rapid City's coaching staff earlier. Harrisburg Post 45 Gold is coached by Jake Adams and assisted by Brandon Kusler.
Aaron Roach.
First pitch to Roach, swung on. Might have got a piece of it, but it's still a strike back into the glove of the catcher. 0-1 count now to Roach. Throw over to first, not there in time. In and out of the glove of Riley at first, actually, but lands right in front of him, so the runner's not taken off. Looking at Roach, he had an RBI, a run scored yesterday against Yankton Post 12. It's a 1-1 count to him as that one missed for a ball. The 1-1 popped up. Down the right field line, out of play. Starting to give chase was Jack Riley behind the first base bag, but he pulled up on it pretty quickly. I saw a kid start sprinting off of the mound in right field, the big fly zone. That one gets away from the catcher. Runner's going to scoot to second. That's Hayden Hollick. Now in scoring position with a 2-2 count. Kusler getting the call from his catcher, Carlson. He comes set on the mound, checks the runner at second, Hayden Hollick. Now he'll fire home to Roach. Swung on him, is strike 3. Third punch out of the game for Kusler. He's got them all swinging so far. Whether it's the off-speed getting him chasing or trying to power by him with the fastball, he's had it working so far. Tate Crosswaite to the plate. Crosswaite had an RBI double and a run scored yesterday in their win over Yankton Post 12. He swings on that one and can't get a piece of it for strike 1. That one gets away from the catcher, Carlson. Runner's going to move to third. A couple pass balls have moved the runner, Hayden Hollick, from first to third. And now the first run of the game for Post 22 is only 90 feet away. One down in the inning and a 1-1 count to Tate Crosswaite. Phillip Bentz on deck, Dawson Inhofer in the hole, and then it's back to the top of the order. Four 4-0 Harrisburg leads, trying to hold on to that. Post 22 trying to cut into it. Takes a cut at that one, but the floor just dropped out from under that pitch, and it gets him chasing it. Strike two. It's a 1-2 count now from Kusler to Crossway. One, two. That one's close, but it just missed the zone. I'm a little off center in the booth, so I don't got as good of an angle as the home plate umpire. But that is a tough pitch to call. Gusto now home for the 2-2. Popped up. That one is out of play. Nobody giving chase. Actually falls just to the left of the bleachers here. At Bob Shelden Field in Brookings, South Dakota. I could say beautiful again. Clouds aren't in the sky and the rain's not around. It only rained sideways between 4 and 5 inches in the Brookings area. This one, hard shot to the first baseman, in and out of the glove of Riley, but he'll pick it up and touch the first base bag. It will be an RBI, though, for Tate Crossway, as Hayden Hollick comes around to score on the ground out. So Crossway brings the first run across for post 22. They trail 4-1 now. Phillip Bentz trying to get on base here with 2 down in the inning. Bentz, the catcher here today. Post 22. First pitch to him, misses for a ball. 1-0 count now from Kusler. Bentz yesterday in post 22's win over Yankton post 12. Had 2 hits, both of them singles, a couple steals, 2 RBI, and 2 runs scored. Busy day. Very busy day for Phillip Bentz out there at the plate. Here comes the 1-1. Just misses outside for a ball. You can even see it there from Kusler for a second. I think he was motioning to the umpire behind the plate, asking if that was outside, trying to get a better read on the strike zone. 2-2 after that one is swung through by Bentz. That's the thing with every umpire. Every umpire interprets the strike zone just a little bit differently, so you got to dial in to the preferences of the guy behind the plate, and that one is in there for strike 3 looking. Another punch out, his 4th of the game for Braxton Kusler. 4-1 your score after 1 Rapid City run comes across on the RBI from Tate Crossway. It was Hayden Hollick who scored. 4-1, we'll see if Harrisburg can add to that lead when we come back. This is the South Dakota American Legion State Class A Baseball Tournament on KYNTV. 4-1, Harrisburg leads post 22 out of Rapid City. We're back after this.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
Welcome back in here on KYN-TV. Cohen Cook to lead things off here. Jaden Moreno still on the mound here for post 22. It's a 1-0 count after the first one misses for a ball to Cook. Bottom of inning number 2, 4-1, Harrisburg leads Rapid City. 3 of those runs came on a bomb over the left field fence by Eli Kokenge. That one misses as well. It's a 3-0 count. 3-0 in there for a strike. Cook took one step with his right foot out of the box, but quickly turns back around. He's going to have to step back in. Cohen Cook is at the plate right now. After him, it'd be Carter Gronseth, and then the top of the order, Jack Riley, a 3-batter minimum. And it's going to bring up Gronseth as that is a single out to left field. Cohen Cook lead things off with a single. Runner on to start for Harrisburg, post 45. That brings up Carter Gronseth, the second baseman.
Second baseman number 9,
Big thank you to Tehl Tanner. I realized I was out of water, sent a quick please help me text, and he was able to get me going. Appreciate that guy. He's out there running camera, but a little bit of a break as the batter was coming to plate. This one popped up over our heads and out of play. Trying to lay down a bunt there was Carter Gronseth. We got a great group of guys working out here for this tournament. Austin Cottle, our on-site technician for most part. You may or may not have heard Bryce Ladwig, our producer for all of these games, wondering how that foul ball stayed on the roof here in Brookings. It is a slanted roof. It's not even the first one this weekend to do that. There's another foul ball off of a bunt attempt from Gronseth. This one's still in the field, or still on the field, just out of play. So it's going to be picked up, and that ball will be used again. 0-2 count now to Gronseth. Most likely the bunt is off the table, but I've seen teams bunt with 2 strikes before this season. Run that risk on a foul bunt, being a 3rd strike. He swings away on that one. It's another foul ball out of play. Gronseth at the plate, Jack Riley on deck, and Max Carlson in the hole. That's your look ahead here quickly at Harrisburg Gold as they leave 4-1 over Rapid City Post 22. Throw over to first, not there in time. Forces Cook to slide back in safely. The 0-2 again. On its way from Moreno. This is low, ball 1. Gronseth quick to get set in the box. Moreno comes together on the mound, now fires home. Runner takes off for second. Throw is low and away. Benz can't scoop it up in time to get a throw down to second, so a straight steal a second for Cohen Cook. Runner in scoring position now for Carter Gronseth, and Gronseth has worked the count back to 2-2. These have been the 2 best teams all season long in Class A. Harrisburg jumped out to the lead early. Don't count out post 22. Still plenty of baseball yet to be played. We're in the bottom of inning number 2. That one was inside for a ball to Gronseth. 4-1 your score. It's a 3-run lead for Harrisburg here in the bottom of the second. We'll get a payoff pitch coming from Moreno. 3-2. This is high, ball 4. Gronseth takes first base. That puts 2 runners on for Jack Riley. A double on the first pitch he saw today is how he led off this game back in the bottom of the first inning. Came around to score off that one. We're getting a mound visit here. There is somebody warming up in the Rapid City Post 22 bullpen. It doesn't look like there's a move to bring them in. Just a quick conference on the mound with Jared Moreno. Wanted to talk things out, try to settle the nerves a little bit. Moreno got into a trouble spot in the first inning, but was able to get 2 quick outs after giving up the 3-run home run. But here we are in the second, and a single and a walk. Have 2 runners on with nobody out. Jack Riley to the plate. 2 on, nobody out. Moreno taking his time. Riley shows bunt. He's going to get it down, placed perfectly in front of the catcher. Both runners advance. That is a 2-3 put out. But Jack Riley does his job, puts 2 runners in scoring position as Gronseth advances to second and Cook advances to third. Well played defensively by Phillip Bentz. He was out of his crouch quick, fast, and in a hurry. Was able to get that one that was played right in front of the plate. Max Carlson to the dish now. The catcher was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat, was thrown out at second on a fielder's choice. So 0 for 0 on the day. Wants to put a 1 in that hit column right here. First pitch to him. Swung on, and no, he won't. That was toeing the line down left field, but it kicks foul. Was close to his first hit of the ball game was Carlson. Carlson did not record a hit yesterday against Watertown Post 17. Looking to get back in that hit column. Moreno taking his time. The 0-1 to him. Ball inside. Didn't have as much break as Moreno wanted as he was trying to sneak it inside. One count. Hits him again. Second time today, and Max Carlson's been hit by a pitch. It's nothing personal. It's just an unfortunate set of circumstances for Carlson. 2 plate appearances, both ended with him getting plunked. That's going to bring Maddox Shear to the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice, and then came around to score a run. He was one of the 3 runs on the Eli Kokenge home run. See what Shear can do here with the bases loaded and only 1 out. Rapid City trying to force that double play ball to get out of the inning. And they won't get it. That one's into left field. 1 run at least will score. They're sending home another run, and there's trouble in left field. Crossweight can't pick it up cleanly. It's a 2 RBI double for Harrisburg, post 45, and Maddox Shear. Max Carlson gets all the way from first to third. Cohen Cook and Carter Gronseth come across to score. Harrisburg leads 6-1 here in the bottom of the second. We're going to get a mound visit here, and looks like they're going to take the ball from Jaden Moreno. His day is done on the mound. We'll get you the changes in the pitching category and anything else that might be switching up here in just a moment. This is the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Baseball Tournament. Harrisburg leads Rapid City Post 22 6-1. We'll be back after this.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To fix my fixer-upper.
To be done renting.
To make more room.
If a great home is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust can help you navigate buying, building, or remodeling with local mortgage experts who make it easy.
To give Hazel a big backyard.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes home buying easier at bankeasy.com.
Welcome back on KYNTV. The man on the mound is Rowan Fredrickson here for Post 22 out of Rapid City. Fredrickson stepping in the bottom of inning number 2 with 1 down and 2 runners on. He's in a jam. He's not responsible for the guys on base, but he is tasked with trying to keep them away from home plate as Harrisburg leads 6-1. Post 22 doesn't want them to increase that advantage. This is the 2024 American Legion State Class A Baseball Tournament on KYNTV, your exclusive home for all games in this tournament. Looking at Fredrickson on the year, he has 28 innings pitched across 16 games, 2 starts. He has a 2-1 record and 2 saves. He's allowed 18 runs, 13 of them earned. Struck out 29 batters with a 3.25 ERA and a 1.464 whip. Batting average against for Fredrickson of .255. Tegan Muntz to the plate. Muntz had an RBI single, came around to score a run in his last at-bat. That was just last inning. This Harrisburg lineup has been busy. 6 runs on the board. Trying to add to it. Muntz fouls that one off. In front of the third base dugout. Now to play. Fredrickson's come set for the 0-1. Taking his time on the mound. Muntz sends this one out to left field. That one's over everybody's head. Another 3-run home run, this time from Tegan Muntz. We went 8 games into this tournament without a big fly. We got 2 over the left field fence today, both of them from Harrisburg Gold, post 45. They lead 9-1. Tegan Muntz brings home Maddox Shear and Max Carlson on that big fly, and Eli Kokenge is due up, and we already know about his power threat at the plate as well. 5 runs now have come across in the bottom of inning number 2. Harrisburg Gold, post 45. Might have taken that loss last night to Watertown personally. They lead 9-1. Fredrickson trying to settle back in here to Kokenge, but it's not a guy you can just try to throw a get-me-over fastball to. It's a 1-0 count as that one missed the zone. Fredrickson, that one's in there for a strike. It's a 1-1 count now from Rowan Fredrickson to Eli Kokenge. Noah Boucher on deck, and Palmer Boyd is in the hole. The 1-1 to Kokenge. That misses the zone as well. Ball 2. The 2-1 to Kokenge. In the dirt, that's ball 3. (3-1) high and away, ball 4. Kokenge takes first base. Five-pitch walk. Puts Kokenge on first and brings up Noah Boucher. 6-3 ground out last inning. Harrisburg only 1 out for him in the inning. 5 runs on the board in the bottom of the second. 9 runs total between the first and the second. 2 3-run bombs as well for Harrisburg. Post 45 Gold. First pitch from Fredrickson misses low for ball 1. The 1-0. That one's in there for a strike. It's a 1-1 count now to Boucher. Palmer Boyd is on deck, and Cohen Cook is in the hole here for post 45. Throw over to first, not there in time. Diving back in safely is Eli Kokenge. The 1-1 is out of the zone for ball 2. 2-1 count now to Noah Boucher. There's still a lot of time in this, and post 22 has some hot bats. They showed that yesterday against Yankton. The issue right now is somehow putting out that fire that has been started in the Harrisburg dugout when they come to the plate. That one outside for a ball. 3-1 now to Boucher. Fredrickson checks the runner at first. Comes set with the 3-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. Back-to-back walks for Eli Kokenge and Noah Boucher. Put them at first and second for Palmer Boyd. A quick little visit here from the catcher, Phillip Bentz, talking to Rowan Fredrickson. Stepping up to the plate, Palmer Boyd grounded out to the second baseman to end the first inning. He is the 9th batter to come to the plate in this second inning. Nine runs on the board for Harrisburg, post 45. 1 run so far for post 22 out of Rapid City. Boyd shows bunt, pulls back, doesn't matter. It's a strike. See what we get here on an 0-1. On its way home. That one misses high for a ball. It's a 1-1 count now to Boyd. Fredrickson comes set for the 1-1. Checking the lead runner at second. That's Eli Kokenge. Bunt trying to lay it down. It tips foul. It was in the air for a moment, but not long enough for Bentz to go get it. You know it's a tough play to make when Phillip Bentz can't get it behind the plate. Very good catcher for this post 22 team. As the music gets more urgent through the stadium loudspeakers, you gotta feel it's getting more urgent in that post 22 dugout, trying to get out of this inning. Boyd, this one to left field. It looks like it's gonna stay in the park. Giving chase is Tate Crossweight, and the wind redirects it. Can't read it. It gets down to the turf, or to the grass in left field. Kokenge coming home. He will score. It is an RBI double, another run on the board, as Palmer Boyd puts that one into left field. The wind is blowing left to right, kind of across the outfield, from left field towards center field. And Crossweight just overran it a little bit as that wind pushed it in. It looked like it was going to be closer to the foul line, but it ended up being down in the field of play. Kokenge comes across to score for post 45. Boucher moves to third. And Palmer Boyd is on second with the RBI double. Actually, I believe they ruled that an error out in left field. Still brought in a run, but it'd take the double away for Palmer Boyd. That first pitch is fouled off. I'll get you the exact ruling here as soon as I can get it from Game Changer. This is Cohen Cook at the plate, led this inning off with a single, stole a base, and came around to score. Well, that was ruled a double. So it's an RBI double for Palmer Boyd. That one misses the zone to Cook. It's a 1-2 count here for Cohen Cook. That one's in there, strike 3 looking. Rowan Fredrickson gets the punch out, his first of the day.
Number 9, second baseman
Carter Gronseth comes to the plate. He was the second batter of this inning, and now also the 11th batter of the inning. Had a walk and scored a run. First pitch to him. Outside for a ball. It's a 1-0 count now to Gronseth. The 1-0. That one's in there for a strike. First one of the at-bat. 1-1 count now from Fredrickson. Trying to get out of this inning. Harrisburg Gold has put 10 runs on the board, 6 of them here in the bottom of the second. They lead 10-1 over Rapid City Post 22. That one's in the dirt. 2-1 count now to Gronseth. Coming home, fouled it off of himself. That can't feel good for Carter Gronseth. Counts as a strike and probably leaves a bruise. As a double whammy for Gronseth. It's a 2-2 count. Fredrickson gets the call he likes from Bentz. Checks the runner at third and second. 2-2, fouled up and out of play. Gronseth with a chance to increase Harrisburg's already sizable lead. Fredrickson in post 22 just trying to get out of the inning. The 2-2, that hit him. That'll load the bases, and that'll bring up Jack Riley.
First baseman number 10, Jack Riley.
The 12th hitter to come to the plate this half inning for Harrisburg Post 45 Gold is Jack Riley with the bases loaded and 2 out in the inning. First pitch to Riley. In there for strike one from Fredrickson. The 0-1. Chop to the left side of the infield. Third baseman up with it. Throws it to the man covering second. That is a 5-4 putout. Pollock there at second. Aiden Roberts scooped it up at third, and that ends the inning, but not before 6 runs come across for Harrisburg Post 45. 3 of them on a long ball from Tegan Muntz. 10-1. Harrisburg leads Rapid City Post 22 here on KYNTV. This is the 2024 South Dakota American Legion Class A baseball tournament. We'll be back after this.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
Coming back from break here on KYNTV. And speaking of breaks, Braxton Kusler on the mound had a long one. 12 Harrisburg batters came to the plate in the last half inning. 6 runs on the board, 10-1. They lead, Harrisburg does, over Rapid City Post 22. Kusler had that long break. We'll see how he settles in. First guy to meet him here in the top of the third is Dawson Inhofer. Inhofer, the shortstop, batting out of the 9-hole. It'll go back to the top. Aiden Roberts and Jace Morgan rounding out your 3-batter minimum.
Putting off the top of the third for Rapid City Post 22, number 18, shortstop Dawson Inhofer.
Inhofer steps into the right-handed batter's box to face the lefty Kusler. That one left high for a ball. 1-0 count now. The 1-0 swung on and missed by Inhofer. It's a 1-1 count. 1-1 is high, make it 2-1. That one back into the net behind home plate. Taken for a ball. (3-1) inside. That's a leadoff walk here for Dawson Inhofer. Puts a runner on for Rapid City Post 22. Inhofer on first, brings up the leadoff hitter, Aiden Roberts. Back to the top of the order here for the Hard Hats. They face a 9-run deficit right now. If you want to break it down inning by inning, if they hold Harrisburg scoreless and score 2 runs per inning the rest of the way, they would come out on top 11-10. Can't get it all back at once. Well, this is a Post 22 team that very well can get it all back. First pitch misses inside. 1-0 count now to Roberts. Throw over to first. Different kind of pickoff move from a left-handed thrower. He can fake that home. Well, he can lift up and go straight across. Another quick step off here. Another throw over, not in time. Dawson Inhofer getting familiar with the rubber pellets of the turf right now. How many times he has to slide back into first base. That one outside for a ball. 2-0 count now to Roberts. Goosler trying to turn his attention to the man at the plate. They're going to throw over to first again. Inhofer doesn't have to slide that time. He gets back in safely. He's familiar enough with the turf. The 2-0 on its way from Goosler. That one left high for a ball. 3-0. And it looks like head coach Jake Adams wants to come out and talk to his pitcher, Kusler, try to settle him back in. It was a long break between outings from the top of the second now here to the top of the third. Harrisburg does lead Post 22 10-1 here on KYNTV. This is the 9th game of the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A baseball tournament. We had one other game finish up this morning. It was started last night between Renner and Brookings. Renner won that one 1-0. So with that, after this game between Rapid City Post 22 and Harrisburg Gold, Brandon Valley Post 131 will face Brookings Post 74 at 5 p.m. That is the scheduled start time now. Things got pushed back a little bit with the additional game. And Watertown Post 17 will take on Renner Post 307 at 8 p.m. this evening. Winner of this game moves on to the consolation bracket in front of us. Loser of this game does go home. That is a walk issued to Aiden Roberts. Back-to-back walks put 2 runners on for Jace Morgan. Morgan struck out in his first at-bat.
The designated hitter, number 22, Jace Morgan.
Left-handed designated hitter. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch in there for a strike from Kusler. That one misses the zone high. It's a 1-1 count now. Top of inning number 3. Harrisburg's got the 9-run advantage after an offensive explosion in the first 2 innings. This one back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Cook charging it from center field. They're going to send the runner home from second. Might be a play at the plate. No, there won't. Sliding in safely is Dawson Inhofer. Second run of the game here for Rapid City Post 22. They cut the deficit to 8 on the RBI single from Jace Morgan. On the play as well, Aiden Roberts took off for second, or made it to second, stayed there after the throw in. Inhofer scores, Roberts on second, Morgan on first with an RBI single. Here comes Harrison Good. Singled himself back in the first inning, was stranded at first base. Took a big cut at that one, but couldn't get a piece of it. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch misses low for a ball. It's a 1-1 count now from Kusler to Good. Alex Dietrich is on deck. Hayden Hollick is in the hole. Nobody out in the inning. Rapid City Post 22 with 2 runners on and no down. Another big swing from Harrison Good. He couldn't get there. It's a 1-2 count now to the center fielder for Post 22. The 1-2 to Good. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. Another punch out here for Harrisburg, Post 45, and Braxton Kusler. It's the 4th strikeout of the game for Kusler. Excuse me, 5th strikeout of the game for Kusler. Also the first out of this inning. That pitch missed for a ball from Kusler, so it's a 1-0 count. Kusler steps off, starts to try to throw back, but runner was already back in safely. No need to follow through on it and risk a throw into the outfield. Let the runners advance. Kusler set on the 1-0. Runner takes off for third, throw home. Runner takes off for second as well. No throw anywhere. It's a double steal executed well for Rapid City. This is Alex Dietrich at the plate. Dietrich grounded out to the second baseman to end of the first inning. This one, hard shot to the shortstop. Up with it, at short is Shear, fires across in time to Riley, but on the 6-3 putout, another run comes across to score. So Dietrich gets the RBI, Jace Morgan moves to third, and Aiden Roberts comes home to score. Second run of the inning here for Post 22. Makes it a 10-3 ball game. Here comes Hayden Hollick. They needed that about 2 runs per inning. They need to gain 2 runs per inning on Harrisburg. They want to come back in this one. That was a hard foul off the net. The 0-1 count now to Hayden Hollick. Hollick on the ground. Going to split the difference between third and short. That's another RBI. RBI single for Hayden Hollick brings home Jace Morgan. 3 runs now this inning for Post 22. You can never count out a well-coached team. And Kelvin Torvey has this team down to a well-oiled machine. Taking the first pitch for ball 1 there is Aaron Roach. Struck out in his first at-bat, trying to change that tune here. The 1-0. That one misses the zone as well. 2-0 now from Kusler. 10-4 your score. 3 runs have come across in the top of inning number 3 here for Rapid City Post 22. He trailed by 9 coming into the inning. Cut it to 6. 2-0. This is outside, make it 3-0. Roach being very disciplined at the plate. Once again, testament to coaching for Post 22. You're trailing pretty big here early on. It can be difficult to be disciplined at the plate. Everybody has that inkling to be the hero. Sometimes it's hard just to do your job at that point. The 3-0 clips the outer part of the zone for strike 1. Kusler working quick with a 3-1. This one up in the air, out to left center field. Cook giving chase. And Cohen Cook in and out of the glove of Cohen Cook. Runner turns at third. He's heading home. And he will make it home. That's going to be an error in the outfield. Runner goes to second. Hayden Hollick comes around to score. Aaron Roach put it into the outfield, in and out of the glove of Cohen Cook. Tough run to make in left center. And now it's 10-5. Post 22 has put 4 runs on the board here in the top of the third. That one outside from Kusler. There is some action in the Harrisburg bullpen right now. I see the catcher out there. I can't see who's throwing. The 1-0. That one off the helmet. And Kusler signaling, obviously it wasn't intentional off the helmet. That's Tate Crossweight. Takes a minute to compose himself, but back to his feet. Crossweight's going to take first base off the hit by pitch. Good to see him back to his feet and moving. They're going to give him some time at first, I think. It's Phillip Bentz at the plate once we return to action. Runners at first and second now. It's Crossweight at first, Roach at second, Bentz at the plate. Post 22 trails by 5, but they've already put 4 runs on the board in the top half of this inning. Bentz struck out to end the second inning in his last at-bat. Trying to avoid that here. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Throw to second, not there in time. Just trying to keep the lead runner, Aaron Roach, honest at second base. 15 runs between these two teams already. It's the top half of the third inning. This one popped up out of play by Bentz, making a 1-1 count. The 1-1 fires home. Kusler leaves it high. Kusler's thrown a lot of pitches this inning. That one popped up and out of play. Bentz showing some fight at the plate. Two with 2 down. Bentz chops it foul. Right in front of the third base Harrisburg Gold dugout. Kusler in this one is nearing 70 pitches. Over 2 2/3 innings of work so far. Runners take off. This one popped up. It's in the infield. Jack Riley getting underneath of it, and he will glove it for the final out. That ends the run of scoring, but not before 4 Rapid City Post 22 Hard Hats come across home plate. They trail 10-5, but there's life in that first base dugout. They did not roll over when they went down 10-1. 10-5 your score. Harrisburg leads. They're going to try to add to it when we come back. This is the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Baseball Tournament on KYNTV. We're back after this.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To fix my fixer-upper.
To be done renting.
To make more room.
If a great home is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust can help you navigate buying, building, or remodeling with local mortgage experts who make it easy.
To give Hazel a big backyard.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes home buying easier at bankeasy.com.
Welcome back in here on KYNTV. Broden Sales is the new arm on the mound here for Rapid City Post 22, the left-handed thrower. Get you a look at his stats on the season as I load them up. 34 2/3 innings pitched across 14 games, 8 of those starts. He's a 3-0 record on the mound. He's allowed 36 runs, 34 of them earned. He struck out 35 batters because of a 6.8 ERA, 2.077 whip, and a 229 batting average against.
Putting out the bottom of the fourth for Harrisburg, catcher number 13,
Max Carlson will lead things off here in the bottom of the third. 10 runs already on the board for Harrisburg, trying to add more. But a Rapid City rally last half inning has made this a ball game again. 10-1 going into the third, 10-5 going into the bottom half. 4 runs for Post 22 last half inning. That one in there for strike 2. This is Max Carlson leading things off. Maddox Shear is on deck with Tegan Muntz in the hole. That's your 3-batter minimum for Harrisburg, Post 45 Gold. The 2-2. On its way home from Sales. This one popped up out of play. We'll do it again for a 2-2 count. Carlson steps back in here. Been hit by a pitch twice today. Trying to avoid that same fate. That one is a ball. Make it 3-2 count. Full count payoff pitch coming from Broden Sales is the first batter he's faced out of the pen. It's the third pitcher Post 22 has used in the third inning. This one shot towards the shortstop. Inhofer dives for it, but it gets past his glove. Great effort there at short, but a better placed ball is a leadoff single for Max Carlson. Maddox Shear now to the plate. 2 runs scored, 2 RBI, a double. He also reached on a fielder's choice. Throw over to first. Almost gets there in time, but Carlson able to sneak the foot back in. Fires home, and Sales gets one by him there. Strike 1 to Shear. Tegan Muntz on deck and Eli Kokenge in the hole. That's a dangerous 1-2 punch the way things are going today. Both of them have 3-run home runs. They've contributed to 6 of Harrisburg's 10 runs. That one bends in there for strike number 2. It's an 0-2 count now to Maddox Shear. That one just misses the zone. You can tell how close it was. A cheer came up from the Rapid City faithful. They thought that was a punch out for Broden Sales. The 1-2, runner takes off, it bounces, Bentz up with it, doesn't risk the throw down. It's a straight steal, a second for Max Carlson. $10-5 your score here, bottom of inning number 3. Harrisburg leads Rapid City Post 22, but the Hard Hats put 4 runs on the board in the top half of this inning. They're trying to hold Harrisburg scoreless. Hot shot back up the middle, comebacker. Sales just ducks out of danger. Runner's going to hold at third, so they're going to put runners at the corners after that single from Maddox Shear. And that brings Tegan Muntz to the plate. Now the dilemma right now for post 22 is these guys, both of these guys coming up, have hit 3-run home runs this game. Muntz actually has 4 RBI total. He has a RBI single in the first inning. And you don't got a lot of places to put him with runners at the corners and nobody out. Muntz had to scoot out of the way there as that one was left inside. 1-0 count now to him. The 1-0. Misses low, make it 2-0 to Muntz. Taking his time on the mound is Brayden Sales. Lefty checks the runner at first. Glances home. Now fires this one up down the right field line, giving a chase near the right field wall and hitting off the base of the wall. It's going to get down. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold the second runner at third, but it's an RBI double for Tegan Muntz, almost making a deposit into the Bank Easy Big Fly zone. Maddox Shear moves to third, and Max Carlson comes home with the run score. That was a tough play out and right. Aaron Roach was giving chase and ends up bouncing at the base of the wall, almost making it over. That ball's flying a lot more today. Wind, the first 2 days of this tournament, has been blowing in towards home plate, towards the stands, towards our booth. Wind is at our backs today from behind home plate. In theory, pushing things out to the outfield. Has been in practice as well. Nobody out in the inning with 2 runners on. They're on second and third. Harrisburg now holds an 11-5 lead after that run scored. That one misses low to Kokenge. It's a 1-0 count. Sales fires home. That one inside to Kokenge. 2-0 now to him. Eleven to 5, Harrisburg leads. Don't want to walk the bases loaded, but don't want to give Kokenge something he can drive. Got to walk that tightrope. But it's a 3-0 count now for Brayden Sales as that one misses low. Sales, the third pitcher to step on the rubber today for Rapid City Post 22. It's his first time facing Kokenge. The 3-0. That one misses, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk for Eli Kokenge. Loads the bases for Noah Boucher. Kokenge on first, Muntz on second, Shear on third. And it looks like we're going to get a mound visit here for Rapid City Post 22. There is action in the bullpen, but it doesn't look like they're calling for him. Usually with Post 22, from what I've seen in this tournament so far, if it's the pitching coach coming out, it's just a conversation. But if you see headman Kelvin Torvey come out, they're usually making a change out there on the mound. This has been an incredible game so far. 16 runs scored, and we're still in the bottom of inning number 3. 11 runs on 10 hits, 1 error for Harrisburg. They have the bases loaded right now as well. 5 runs on 3 hits, 1 error for Rapid City Post 22. It was 10-1 after the second inning. Post 22 could have rolled over, could have taken their lumps and went home. Put 4 on the board in the top of the third. And now Harrisburg with a chance to do more damage here in the bottom half. 1 run already across. That was off of an RBI double from Tegan Muntz. Muntz is still at second. Maddox Shears at third. Kokenge is at first. Noah Boucher, the chance to bring at least one of them home here. That's his goal. He takes strike 1. Sales peers through the glove. Now he fires home. Boucher started to go around. They appeal down to first to see if he did, and he went around enough. It's called strike 2. 0-2 count now to Boucher. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Strike 3. Broden sails back out of the windup, gets his first punch out, and brings up Palmer Boyd. Boyd has a ground out and an RBI double so far in this one. A double here would score 2 for him. And he takes first pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-0 from Sales. That one misses high for a ball. Sales coming off that strikeout of Boucher. Didn't look like a guy who was in a bases-loaded jam in that at-bat. Missed his spot a couple times here. Finds himself in a 2-0 hole to the hitter. 2-0 to Boyd. Inside, Boyd has to dance out of danger. Sales taking his time. The 3-0. Taking all the way was Boyd, but that one's going to be in there for strike 1. This one chopped down the third base line. Head coach Jake Adams tried to come up with it, but that was a hot shot from his outfielder. Also, no glove over there at the third base coaching box. Trying to bare hand that one. We get a payoff pitch coming. The 3-2. Inside to Boyd. Ball 4, walks home a run. Maddox Shear comes across to score. Muntz goes to third. Kokenge to second. And Boyd to first. That brings up Cohen Cook. A strikeout, a single, a stolen base, and a run scored in this one. And all of that came in the second inning. Only one down with the bases loaded for Cook. Swung on and missed there for strike 1. 12-5, Harrisburg leads after that walk brought in a run. The 0-1. Inside to Cook, make it a 1-1 count. The 1-1 to Cook. Outside for a ball. 2-1 count now to the Harrisburg center fielder. Cohen Cook at the plate. Carter Gronseth is on deck. Jack Riley is in the hole. And if it gets through all 3 of them, Harrisburg will have batted around. Max Carlson led off this inning. He's currently waiting in the wings. The 2-1. That one up around the helmet of Cook. 3-1 count now to him. Broden Sales does not want to walk home another run. That is what he will do, is he leaves that one high, walks Cohen Cook. That moves Palmer Boyd to second, Eli Kokenge to third, and it brings Tegan Muntz home. 13 runs on the board for Harrisburg. 4 in the first, 6 in the second, and now 3 so far in the third. 13-5 they lead over Rapid City Post 22. That one's in there for strike 1. This is Carter Gronseth at the plate, the 9-hole hitter. He's walked, scored a run, and then was hit by a pitch and stranded on the base paths. That all came in the second inning. That one left high for Gronseth. It's a 1-1 count now. Jack Riley on deck, and Max Carlson in the hole. Carlson led off this inning. The 1-1 in there for strike number 2. It's a 1-2 count now. The 1-2 inside to Gronseth. Makes it a 2-2 count now here. Bottom of inning number 3, 1 down. Harrisburg leading 13-5. Bases are loaded for the 2-2. In there, strike 3 looking. Gronseth doesn't like it. He takes the walk back to the bench and brings up Jack Riley with 2 away in the inning. Runner at every bag. It's Cohen Cook at first, Palmer Boyd at second, and Eli Kokenge at third. First pitch of the at-bat. Misses the zone to Riley. It's a 1-0 count. The ball hasn't been put in play in a while since Tegan Muntz's RBI double. Since then, it's been walk, strikeout, 2 walks, and another strikeout. The 1-0. This is a touch inside for ball 2. Sales comes set on the mound. Now working quickly once he comes set. 2-0. Hits the zone for strike 1. Riley so far in this one is 1 for 3 with a double and a run score. That was a leadoff double in the bottom of the first inning. The first pitch a Harrisburg Tiger saw today, or Harrisburg Post 45 Gold member saw today. He sent it down into left field for a double. It's a 3-1 count to Carlson right now. Sales at risk of walking home another run. The 3-1. That one low. Ball 4. That's Jack Riley. Brings up Max Carlson. Stumbling over my words. Riley takes first base on the walk. Harrisburg is batted around now as Max Carlson comes to the plate. That also brings Eli Kokenge across to score. Palmer Boyd goes to third. Cohen Cook goes to second. Kelvin Torvey out of the Rapid City Post 22 dugout. There's going to be a pitching change here, and we'll have that for you when we come back. Harrisburg Gold, Post 45. They lead 14-5 over Rapid City Post 22 here in the bottom of inning number 3. This is the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Baseball Tournament on KYNTV. We'll be back after this.
Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Buick Encore. 0 first payment. 0 deposit. 0 down payment. That's right. Sign and drive for $379 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutomall.com. Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Silverado Crew Cab. 4-wheel drive. LT with all the extras. $999 down, $489 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
New pitcher on the mound for Rapid City Post 22. The day is done for Broden Sales. Still responsible for the runners on base, so his final stats are not quite available yet. The new arm on the mound is Ryan Negebauer. 30 innings pitched this season across 13 games. 3 of those starts, he's 5-1 record, 3 saves. He's allowed 17 runs, 12 of them earned. 25 strikeouts, a 2.8 ERA, a 1.53 whip. and a .230 batting average against him. While we're talking, this is the fourth Rapid City pitcher to come to the mound this game so far, here in the bottom of inning number 3. Stats so far for the other pitchers. Jaden Moreno, got the start on the mound. 1 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 8 runs, all earned, no strikeouts and 1 walk. Rowan Fredrickson came in after that. 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned, 1 strikeout and 2 walks. And then Broden Sales came in for 2/3 of an inning. 3 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 strikeouts and 4 walks. First look at Ryan Negebauer here. 14-5 your score. Harrisburg leads. Max Carlson to the plate as the post 45 bats have batted around. Carlson led off this inning with a single, stole a base, came around to score a run. Maddox Shear on deck. Tegan Muntz in the hole. 2 down in the inning with the bases loaded for Harrisburg. This one into right center field. Getting under it, though, is Aaron Roach. He will reach up and glove it for the out. 3 runners get stranded, but not before 4 runs come across home plate. Harrisburg increases their lead back to 9. 14-5 your score here on KYNTV. We'll get the Rapid City bats when we come back. This is the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Tournament for Class A baseball. We'll be back after this.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
Welcome back on KYNTV. 19 runs have been put on the board between Harrisburg post 45 and Rapid City post 22, and it is the top of inning number 4. Post 45 Gold out of Harrisburg leads this one 14-5. This is an elimination game. The loser will go home. The winner will move on to tomorrow, where you will be 1 win away from Championship Saturday. These are the top 2 overall seeds in this tournament. Rapid City post 22, the 2 seed. Harrisburg Gold post 45, the 1 seed. We expected this matchup to happen. Not many expected it to happen on Thursday. Expected to maybe even go all the way to Championship Saturday before these 2 teams cross paths. It's a 1-1 count. Braxton Kusler still on the mound. This is Dawson Inhofer leading things off here for post 22. It's a 2-1 count to him. This one chopped foul down the first base line. It was scooped up over by the coach in the first base bullpen. I mean, coaching box, not bullpen. My apologies. They appeal down. They say he went around. That's strike 3 called on Dawson Inhofer. That's how they lead things off here in the top of inning number 4. Strike him out swinging. And brings up Aiden Roberts. Leadoff hitter for this lineup. Third baseman as well. Has a walk, a run scored, a stolen base, and a strikeout so far in this one. So 0 for 1 on the official stat sheet. But has come around to score. He's one of 5 runs for post 22. 14-5 your score here in the top of the 4th. That one chopped foul. Harrisburg Gold head coach Jake Adams comes out of the dugout to pick that one up. The 0-2 popped up. The players gave chase for a moment, but that's out of play. Kusler set for the 0-2. He's working pretty quick on the mound. This one chopped towards the second baseman. Up with it, fires across in time at first. As a 4-3 putout. That's Carter Gronseth over there at second base. 2 up, 2 down to start inning number 4. Brings Jace Morgan to the plate. Strikeout and RBI single, stolen base, and a run scored. So far in this one. Top of the 4th. Rapid City trails Harrisburg by 9. 14-5 the score. First pitch in there for Kusler from Kusler for strike 1. That was Kusler's 80th pitch. So he's past that point of no return. He's not going to have any available pitches left for the rest of this tournament. So most likely we'll see him go all the way to 105. Pitch 81 was a strike as well, so it's an 0-2 count now. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Strike 3 swinging. The second time he sat Jace Morgan down today, and the lead remains at 9 for Harrisburg. Post 45 going to try to add to that when we come back. 14-5 your score. This is the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Baseball Tournament on KYNTV. We'll be back after this.
Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Buick Encore. 0 first payment. 0 deposit. 0 down payment. That's right. Sign and drive for $379 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutomall.com. Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Silverado Crew Cab. 4-wheel drive. LT with all the extras. $999 down, $489 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutomall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank and Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank and Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
Welcome back in here on KYNTV. Leading off this half inning is Maddox Shear for Harrisburg, post 45. He'll be followed by Tegan Muntz and Eli Kokenge. This has proven to be the most dangerous part of the order. 5 RBI in this game for Muntz. 3 for Kokenge and 2 for Shear. And Shear will take first base after being hit by a pitch to lead things off. 14-5, Harrisburg leads Rapid City post 22. Tegan Muntz to the plate as a RBI single, an RBI double, and a 3-run home run. So if you're keeping track at home, he's a triple away from the cycle. 14-5, Harrisburg leads. Muntz sends this one into left center. Giving chase is the center fielder, but it will drop down in front of him for a base hit. A single for Muntz. That ball could have took out a Seagull if it was getting high enough, and that was the climate that Seagulls lived in was South Dakota, but I digress. Maddox Shear moves to second base. Muntz at first. Eli Kokenge to the plate. 3-run home run in the first inning and then back-to-back walks. He has scored a run in every inning so far. Noah Boucher on deck and Palmer Boyd in the hole. First pitch to Kokenge. This one's lifted out to right field. Roach getting underneath of it. Keeps backpedaling. He's got to get very close to that warning track, but he will throw it in after gloving it for out number 1. First time Coke Kench has been retired today. Shear moves to third on the fly out. That brings Noah Boucher to the plate. A ground out, a walk, a strikeout so far in this one for Boucher. Trying to join the hit parade. He's one of 2 Harrisburg players that has not recorded a hit today. But every Harrisburg player has been on base. Runner takes off for second. It's a hit and run. This one flied out to right field. It's going to be gloved. Chance to double him up at first base. Roach gets there in time. It's a double play. The hit and run does not work for Harrisburg. It remains a 9-run deficit. Rapid City Post 22 trying to cut into that when we come back with the top of inning number 5. 14-5 your score. We'll be back with more from the South Dakota American Legion State Class A baseball tournament on KYNTV. Back after this.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
Welcome back in here on KYNTV. Braxton Kusler back on the mound, going into his 5th inning of work here for Harrisburg Gold, Post 45. They lead Rapid City Post 22, the Hard Hats, 14-5 here in the top of the 5th. Rapid City trying to cut into that deficit. Harrison Good will get the first crack at it. He has a single and a strikeout so far in this one. Alex Dietrich on deck, Hayden Hollick in the hole. That's your 3-batter minimum. First pitch, pumped by him for strike 1 for Kusler. That one, foul tipped. It's an 0-2 count now. Good, Dietrich Hollick, 3-batter minimum. Roach is waiting in the wings, the right fielder, who doubled up the runners for Harrisburg to end last inning. It's a 1-2 count. That one's a ball. The 1-2 to Good. Good starts to go around. They appeal down. No, he did not go around, so we keep going here. 2-2 count now to Harrison Good. The 2-2 to Good. This one, hard shot, but the shortstop's there. Shear fires across in time to first. A 6-3 putout is how we start inning number 5. That brings up Alex Dietrich. Does have an RBI in this game, but has a pair of groundouts as well.
The first baseman, number 27, Alex Dietrich.
Moves Hayden Hollick into the on-deck circle, and Aaron Roach is now in the hole. First pitch from Kusler. Swung on and missed from Dietrich. Pulled the rug on him. Makes it an 0-1 count. Kusler with the 0-1. Swung on again and missed. Braxton Kusler is dealing here. Had that trouble spot in the 3rd inning where Post 22 put 4 runs on him. But in the other 3 complete he's had so far, only 1 run allowed. He's getting up there on his pitch count. That 4th inning is part of that reason, or that third inning, excuse me, is part of that reason why. He's at 90 pitches as Kusler. Got about 15 left before he hits his limit. Once he hit 105, he can finish the batter. No action over in the Harrisburg bullpen right now. The 1-2. Swung on, up the middle. Diving effort from Gronseth at second, but it'll be a base hit for Alex Dietrich. Dietrich with the one out knock brings up Hayden Hollick. And Hollick has a walk, a single, an RBI, and 2 runs scored in this one. Hollick's been there when they need him today in the 5 spot for post 22. And they need him again here. Harrisburg leads by 9. And we know we're here in the 5th inning. This one a grounder to the shortstop. Over to second in time. 6-4-3. Good stretch and glove by Jack Riley at first. Saves a potential throwing error. And the 6-4-3 putout will end it with a double play. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, no runners get left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th here on KYNTV. Harrisburg leads Rapid City post 22, 14-5. This is the South Dakota American Legion State Class A Baseball Tournament. We'll be back after this on KYNTV.
Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Buick Encore. 0 first payment. 0 deposit. 0 down payment. That's right. Sign and drive for $379 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutoMall.com. Brookings Auto Mall. New 2024 Silverado Crew Cab. 4-wheel drive. LT with all the extras. $999 down, $489 a month lease. See dealer for details. BrookingsAutoMall.com.
What's your big picture?
To keep our main streets thriving.
To help end hunger.
To provide hospitality beyond expectation.
To remain an industry leader.
If business success is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust simplifies banking so you can stay focused on what matters most.
To keep vets all over the world looking this good.
Find out how First Bank & Trust makes growing your business easier at bankeasy.com.
Welcome back in here on KYNTV. Throwdown means we're ready to go. It's 14-5. Harrisburg Gold post 45 leads by 9 over Rapid City post 22. We have an interesting situation as well. We're in the bottom of the 5th, and if the run rules are the same as the regular season, 10 runs after 5 means the game is over. So technically, Harrisburg with a run scored, if the rule applies, could walk it off here in the bottom of the 5th. Ryan Negebauer trying to make sure that doesn't happen for post 22, but he's going to give up a hot shot out to left field. That's going to be a base hit, a leadoff at least single, make it a double if Palmer Boyd's able to get there. Slides in safely at second. Palmer Boyd, a leadoff double, puts himself in scoring position. Well, during this time, KYNTV would like to recognize the corporate sponsor and partners of the state tournament. First Bank & Trust. Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com or visit them at 526th Street in Brookings, as well as Brookings Auto Mall. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of their record inventory. And of course, they're always open at brookingsautomall.com. 14-5, runner in scoring position, Cohen Cook. Looking for a pitch he likes. Doesn't like that one, but it does find the strike zone from Ryan Negebauer. The 0-1 here. That one bounces away from Bentz, but he gets back to it in time. The runner won't take off. It's a 1-1 count now for Cook. The 1-1 in the dirt. Good block from Bentz. Keeps the runner at second. 2-1 now to Cook from Ryan Negebauer. 14-5. Harrisburg leads over Rapid City post 22. 2-1, swung on and missed from Cook, make it 2-2. Negebauer is taking his time on the mound, making sure that runner's staying put at second base. Palmer Boyd in scoring position. Carter Gronseth is on deck, and then the top of the order, Jack Riley is in the hole. The 2-2 swung on and missed, strike 3 from Negebauer. Jack Riley now stepping up to the plate. Excuse me, Carter Gronseth. Jack Riley steps into the on-deck circle.
Second baseman Carter Gronseth.
Gronseth has walked, scored a run, been hit by a pitch, and struck out so far in this one. This is his 4th plate appearance. Looking for a hit here. Almost gets hit there as that one was left inside for ball 1. Negebauer set for the 1-0. Fires home. This one sent out to left field. Crossweight trying to get underneath of it. It is down at the base of the wall. Runner's going to take the turn at 3 and head home. It's going to be a run scored, an RBI. And that is Carter Gronseth. His first hit of the game, an RBI double, ends things here in the bottom of the 5th. The 10-run rule goes into effect. So Carter Gronseth with an unconventional walk-off, but it gets the job done. 15-5. Harrisburg Post 45 Gold is moving on. Rapid City Post 22, the Hard Hats, as their season come to an end. This is the number 1 seed against the number 2 seed, the matchup we all wanted to see in this tournament. It's a shame one of these teams has to go home before championship Saturday. 15-5 the final score. Going to go to a break here on KYNTV. Come back and wrap everything up in the postgame. This is the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Tournament for Class A Baseball on KYNTV.
What's your big picture?
To actually have savings in my savings.
To pay at the pump.
To make life easier.
To spend less. Wait, to make more.
If making the most of your time and money is in your big picture, First Bank & Trust has you covered with award-winning customer service and local experts.
To keep having fun.
Oh, to keep up with her.
Find out how First Bank & Trust helps you bank easier at bankeasy.com.
Turn your clutter into cash right now at Brookings Auto Mall. Over the last few years, we've all purchased big-ticket items that are starting to collect dust. RVs, campers, motorcycles, side-by-sides, firearms, snowmobiles. We'll take anything in on trade. We will buy out your lease or loan with no penalties. Putting cash in your pocket has never been easier. Break free from those payments and let Brookings Auto Mall clean out your clutter. Visit Brookings Auto Mall today for a quick appraisal and take advantage of our record inventory. Always open at brookingsautomall.com.
Welcome back in here, KYNTV. Harrisburg Gold, Post 45, takes the 10-run victory after 5 innings over Rapid City Post 22, ending the season of the Hard Hats. 15-5, your final score. It was quite a show put on by both teams at the plate. But Harrisburg Gold, 14 runs across the first 4 innings, and then finally the final run in the bottom of the 5th. To seal it, a walk-off double from Carter Gronseth that scored Palmer Boyd. Try to take a look at the final stats here as Harrisburg moves on. They will play tomorrow. There's no set time yet. They're going to try to avoid matching Harrisburg up with Watertown if possible, since those two teams have already played. So we'll see exactly how everything shakes out. If Watertown were to lose their game tonight against Renner, that's where things would get iffy. But if Watertown wins, then there's no issues really at all. Let's get down to the final stats for both these teams. We'll start with the team on the losing side who unfortunately has their season come to an end in Rapid City Post 22. At the plate, Aiden Roberts went 0 for 2 with a run scored and a walk and a strikeout as well. Jace Morgan went 1 for 3 with a run scored, an RBI, and 2 strikeouts. Harrison Good, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Alex Dietrich, 1 for 3 with an RBI. Hayden Hollick, 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a walk. Aaron Roach went 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Tate Crossweight, 0 for 1 with an RBI. Phillip Bentz went 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and Dawson Inhofer went 0 for 1 with a run scored, a walk, and an RBI. On the mound, Jaden Moreno is the losing pitcher for Post 22. 1 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 8 runs, all earned, no strikeouts, and 1 walk. After him came in Rowan Fredrickson. 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 strikeout, and 2 walks over 2/3 of an inning. Broden Sales came in after that, and for Sales, 4 runs, all earned on 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 4 walks. It's over 2/3 of an inning. And then finally, Ryan Negebauer allowed 3 hits, 1 run, it was earned, and 1 strikeout, no walks over 1 2/3 innings. That is the final stat line for Rapid City Post 22 this season, as they have been eliminated from the Class A Legion Baseball State Tournament. Now for the victors in this one, moving on to tomorrow. 1 win away from Championship Saturday. It's Harrisburg Gold, Post 45. Jack Riley was the leadoff hitter. He went 1 for 2 with a run scored, an RBI, and a walk. Max Carlson went 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. Maddox Shear, 2 for 3, 3 runs, 2 RBI. Tegan Muntz, 4 for 4 with 3 runs, 5 RBI, including a 3-run home run. No walks, no strikeouts. He was a triple away from the cycle, was Tegan Muntz. Eli Kokenge, 1 for 2 with 3 runs, 3 RBI, and 2 walks. He also had a 3-run home run. Noah Boucher went 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Palmer Boyd went 2 for 3, 1 run scored, which was the winning run, 2 RBI, and a walk. Cohen Cook, 1 for 3, 1 run, 1 RBI, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. And Carter Gronseth, 1 for 2 with 1 run scored, an RBI, a walk, and a strikeout. And that RBI was the 15th and final run of this one for Harrisburg Gold, Post 45. Now it's time to get a look at your bracket, and this bracket review is brought to you by Hampton Inn & Suites by Hilton, located next to I-29, a mile from Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium and the South Dakota State University campus. They're also a 2-minute drive to conventions and events at the Dakota Bank Center. You can start your day with the free hot breakfast, work from your room with free Wi-Fi, and relax in the indoor pool. All at the Hampton Inn & Suites by Hilton in Brookings, the official state tournament hotel partner. So we had an unofficial game today before this one between Rapid City Post 22 and Harrisburg Gold. It wasn't on the schedule, but it was a continuation of last night. In that one, Renner defeated Brookings 1-0. So Renner moves on to tonight's nightcap against Watertown Post 17. With that win, Rapid City Post 22 moves on to tomorrow. No game time really set for them quite yet, as they're going to try to avoid playing Watertown if at all possible. If Watertown wins their game tonight, there's no issue there. Harrisburg Gold, I should say, will move on. Rapid City Post 22 is done. The other games today, Brandon Valley Post 131, they will play Brookings Post 74 at 4 p.m. this afternoon. If Brandon Valley wins, they move on. If Brookings wins, they move on. Whoever loses that game is done for the tournament. The final game of the winners bracket, the only 2 undefeated teams left in this tournament, Watertown Post 17, Renner Post 307. That game will take place at 8 p.m. tonight. And I should say Brandon Valley Post 131 against Brookings Post 74. That takes place at 5 p.m., not 4 p.m. Things got pushed back a little bit with the continuation game this morning. So at 5 p.m., we'll be here for Brandon Valley Post 131 against Brookings Post 74, and then Watertown Post 17 against Renner Post 307 at 8. Plenty more baseball still to be played, but we're getting down the home stretch of this Class A state tournament for Legion Baseball in the great year of 2024. All here on KYNTV. That's going to do it for me on this one, but tune back in at 5. Tehl Tanner will be on the call. Oh, excuse me. That will not be Tehl. Brookings is in that game. That'll be Barry Hine. I knew Barry. I've just called him Barry all week. I didn't know his last name yet. But Barry Hine will be in here for that one as Brookings takes on Brandon Valley Post 131. That's coming up at 5 p.m. Thank you for tuning in to this one. Stay safe, be good people, and keep it tuned to KYNTV. We got plenty more baseball coverage coming your way at the 2024 South Dakota American Legion State Class A Baseball Tournament. We'll be back in about an hour with more games.